and that'll play my audio now. Okay. Wait, okay, now mine should be playing my audio, and mine should be playing voice, and everything. Should be. You should. Hold on, let me fix it. Let me double check, see what's going on. Okay, you guys should be coming through on it. No, he's talking, so that doesn't help. Okay. I know Chris is quiet. I'll turn him up. There, you better. Hold on. No, something. Oh. Okay.
What does not mean it's Among Us.
It's an Among Us mod. Yep.
There we go.
I got something on there. Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Now everybody should be heard.
Hey, that's better. Okay,
Hey,
cool. We good.
All right.
And now you'll be finding music.
Alright.
I had it set for
I'm
the
about to be
wrong
voted
output.
out, guys.
Oh, God.
My first vote is Tankanos.
There we go. Is that revenge for
Rude.
Hobart?
Wow.
Justice for Holbard.
Hold out for Holbard.
Hold on for Holbard.
Alrighty. What is this?
Ready when you are.
Okay. Sorry, I got a random Facebook message and I was like, who, what? It's from my,
Mhm.
I hate when that happens.
oh, it's
Yes.
my buddy and his brother were trying to help him get a new computer built, so we were discussing computer parts and things for the better part of the last 2 weeks. So I'm like, what is happening? Okay. Awesome. Okay, close that out because I don't need that anymore. All right. Everything should be good to go. Everybody good?
Yep.
I'm
Sweet.
good.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Man, I can just sit here and read the last we left off. It would be fantastic over here on the stream.
It's pretty good.
I was
I
like,
have one more request before we go.
Oh.
Can
Uh-huh.
can I have the map of the town, please?
Oh yes. Can
oh
you?
yeah.
Thank you.
Are we in the map of Barovia village still? Is that where we're at?
Yep. You're still there for a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Do-bop,
Thank you.
do-bop, bop, do-bop. We'll start eventually. Do-ba-da-ba-do.
Well, let's just start dancing.
Shoo-ba-doo, ba-ba-da, boo-ba-doo, ba-da-da-da.
We just okay. It became
That's
musical
probably
hour.
copyrighted. We can't do too much of that.
All
No,
right.
I can sing it. I looked it up. You can sing it as long as
Can
you
you
don't have any of
sing
the
it?
original. You can't have any of the original music for it.
Right.
You
Okay.
can
Think-
sing it.
But that's honestly a compliment if you can sing so well that you get a copyright strike.
It could
Yes.
happen. It could happen.
Shoo-ba-doo,
It could,
ba-ba-da,
but it
boo-ba-doo,
also
ba-ba.
then you can contest it, and it's like
Sweet.
that's me singing.
Yeah.
All right.
Totally not
Okay.
hyper on my end. Nope.
You're copying
Not
it.
at all.
Not at
I haven't
all.
had 2 cups of coffee already. Let's go.
All right. Anyways,
Oh, boy.
continue to
I'm
drink
falling
my
behind
dang
here.
energy drink.
Oof. Yeah.
Alrighty. We just throwing out sponsors here or something? All right. Why is that being weird? Okay. I'm just gonna ignore that. All right. So last session, you guys helped Irina and Ismark bury their father, and had started at the church, helped with the funeral of the burgomaster. That music is still a little bit too loud on my end, personally. There we go. And I just slacked my microphone. Sorry. Guys had the funeral there, where several of you saw a person standing in the midst, but nobody could figure out who they were. They were there for the entire funeral and then left, without anybody noticing. They were there 1 second and gone the next.
Definitely not Strahd.
Definitely, totally not.
No, no,
Totally not. No.
You guys went back to the tavern, had a meal, talked with Ismark and Irina, found out a few different things about the world and about the land that's here in Barovia, and got a little bit more information about Madame Ava from the Bastani that was there, and then proceeded to. Everybody went, but Hetergen went to bed, while Hetergen went out to go collect some herbs for various alchemical and herbalistic needs. And upon returning, suddenly discovered an eerie light and watched a parade of adventurers, ghostly adventurers, come from the cemetery and start making their way toward the castle, and much to the party's own what's the word I'm looking for? Own dismay, I guess would be a good way of putting it, seeing their former comrade Holbard joining the parade of ghosts, seeing a ghostly image of their fallen party member joining the ghosts on their procession to the castle. Find out that it happens every day. Nobody knows why. And then after trying to go to leave, came across an old woman pushing a cart through the streets with a young boy tied to it. After some shenanigans on behalf of the party, freed the young child, and managed to still get their gold out of the deal. Met back with Ismark and Irina, who were unaware of this happening, and got some information from the child. Went to go and do an investigation, upon which Ismark knocked the father unconscious, and is now carrying him, and Zila and Drosta are escorting the wife, who has a nice red mark across her face, courtesy of Irina, to the jail, which we have deemed to be this building up here. So, when we left off, though, Zila had just had a discussion with our lovely hag, that she had not heard
You
of.
don't know it's a hag.
I didn't say who the hag was. I just said that she said with a lovely hag.
She knows
I was like,
that.
yeah,
Only she
sure,
knows
okay.
that.
Voice in your head, yes, yeah.
Yep. But
Smile.
she was left off with a conversation with the hag, in her head, and giving her some interesting information. And we ended with approaching the jail and having just finished that conversation. So, where are we kicking off? We'll start off from there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, great. We're gonna kick right into
Were
it.
we in the jail yet?
Yes.
No,
We're
you guys
still
were
walking
approaching the
to
jail
Okay.
Yeah.
because the conversation was happening as you were making your way there. So you guys are basically like, you're basically like here, like you're
I might be wrong.
approaching.
All right then.
Aren't I and Irina trying to get the kids somewhere
Yeah.
else?
Yes. Sorry.
Mm.
Mikhail,
Harrigan, yourself.
Herijin, and Irina.
Yeah. Yeah.
we're trying to find space for the other 4 children that this couple had.
Bunch of kids.
So
Um,
many children.
and they were trying to find a place or places that could take the children for the time being until more permanent solution could be had. And excuse me, that is where we are at. So we'll pick up with having just ended the conversation. I know Zophie gave Zila a hug.
I put on my notes. Zophie notices Zila visibly shaking. If that helps
Yes.
a little bit. So-
Yes.
Both Drosta and Zophie.
Yes, I
had
also noticed a little bit of an issue.
You noticed it, but you're like continuing to escort the lady.
Well, yes, we're not going to leave the lady by herself. No.
Of course not. Fuck
Okay.
bitch, man. All right.
Well, I'm just walking with her, so I mean, that's my thing.
So, after a few moments of the hug, of course, Zila gathers a little bit of its determination and tries to catch up with the rest of everyone, but makes sure she grabs onto Sophie's hand. And it's a firm grasp.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go get them. Yes. All right. You okay?
I have a lot of questions for these two.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just question them away. Didn't. All right. We will. We kind of jaunt up and catch up to the others.
Okay. As I stated previously, Ismark has the father over his shoulder, still unconscious, walking him up to the jail. So by the time you guys catch up with them, they're probably getting basically right to the doorway. By the time you guys catch up to them,
I am next to them with that as well.
yes. You are next to.
I'm holding whatever her name was. Yeah.
You have actually not gotten names for either of these two.
No, it was not important to us at the time.
Exactly. No, it
Zila
wasn't
does
important
not
to get their
fucking
names.
care about their names.
They don't get names. They don't get to be named characters in this. No.
All you know them as so far is Mr. and Mr. Yep.
Mr.
That's what you know them as.
No. We do know the last. We do know
The
their
Darov
last name.
family was
Yeah,
named.
yeah,
The
Darov.
Darov.
Yeah. We do know.
I was
their
trying to
last name
say
at
that,
least.
and I couldn't get the word out, so just
Now, whether my character actually caught
It's
that,
better
I don't think she
traditional
did.
Barovia.
She doesn't fucking care, but anyway.
Yeah. So that is currently where you guys are at. As you kind of get up there, excuse me, Ismark is going to kind of fumble with some keys that he has, and unlock the door. In which case you're going to walk in. Picture it kind of like almost like you would see in like a Western show where there's like the office in the front and then there's just like 2 or 3 jail cells in the back. About all is not a very large building. But that's kind of what it looks like. It is dusty. It doesn't look like this gets used a whole lot. But nonetheless, you have the he'll go over and like get into like the desk and grab a set of keys out, unlock it, and he'll just kind of like drop the dad into the cell. And you can either put her into that same cell or you can put her into a different cell. It's up to you.
Hmm. What do you both think? Should we put them in the same cell or the separate cells?
Separate, same. Does not matter to me.
All right, Zoe.
Sorry, I'm fix and open up my file for notes. Stupid. Sorry, what was said? I'm sorry. I'll
Separate cells or the same cell for these two?
I suppose, their husband and wife. The same, I guess. Matters.
Okay, in she goes. The same cell.
Fair enough. So you guys can kind of throw her into that cell, and he'll lock the door. And the wife looks confused because nobody's really told her much of anything. But the husband is still fairly unconscious.
Well, Eastmark, do you want to question them now or leave them in here for a little while?
Zila speaks up before Ismar can respond and
Okay.
says, I have questions right now, and I would like him to be awake.
Okay, 1 second. And he'll walk and go grab like a bucket and just toss some water on the dude.
Sploosh.
Yeah. Which for plot purposes will wake him up.
Seems fair to me.
Because all he was knocked unconscious. He wasn't killed. It's not like he was making death saves. He was just unconscious. So he'll kind of it's like come to his senses and kind of open his eyes and blink a little bit and then like hold his head because pounding headache after having just gotten punched in the face.
Wow.
And knocked unconscious by said punch.
That is what he gets.
Not saying he didn't deserve it. But so now he is awake and is coming to his senses. So you are free to
He is all yours, Zila.
let me turn the music down.
Before I get started with my questioning, the more honest you are with your answers, the quicker this will get done with. So answer fully and truthfully. And I say this to both of them.
Okay. The guy kind of like dazingly shakes his head. The wife she's like trying to like get him to come to his senses. So
Are you shaking your head because you don't want to answer honestly?
no,
Or are you shaking your head because
nodding,
you have
sorry.
a headache?
Nodding. head.
It's just age-old. What is it?
Can't nodding
Like,
his
Can't say
head.
shaking.
Indicating it.
I know.
You gotta be careful
I
with
know.
that.
I know.
It means something different.
I know. That's just okay. He's nodding his head slowly.
He vertically shakes his head.
Okay, vertically shakes his head, nods, got it. Okay, hold on. Writing in my notes. Okay. D, I might actually just ask you to send me the copied notes later.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. All right, so first off, when was the first time you met that lady?
Let me see. Around I don't even know. A couple months ago, I think. Couple months ago, I think, somewhere in there.
A couple months.
I don't know. Time is. I lose track of it here. Not much to do.
Hmm. Was she always selling pies?
As far as I'm aware, all she's ever sold to us.
Why did you buy them?
Because I wanted to. Is that a question?
Yes.
Because they're dream pastries. They help you dream.
Explain.
He's gonna look at you very confusedly, like, I don't know what you're asking.
Why would you need to have dream pastries?
To have pleasant dreams and not nightmares? Why else would you need them?
Zila holds in what she really wants to say and decides to move on. Did you give all of your fortune just for these damn pies?
I don't know what fortune you're talking about. I ain't got no fortune.
So you mean to tell me you've been selling your children for months?
Never said that either.
Interesting, because when we spoke to Lucien, he mentioned that at least 2 other of his siblings has been sold for a pie.
I didn't sell them just for a pie. You know how hard it is to keep track of 7 children when you barely have enough for just yourself?
She inhales and holds in another thing. So you're buying these pies for pleasant dreams because you can't handle having all these children. Why are you having children if you're going to treat them like
See
this?
anything else to do here?
That is a fair
They-
point.
Children are not a pastime.
Wife looks very embarrassed when he says that, just for the fun of it.
Children are not a pastime.
I didn't say they were a pastime, but they're a consequence of the pastime. And he kind of smiles to himself.
I want to smack this man.
Oh,
This is
we're getting
simultaneously
there.
my least favorite and my most favorite NPC to be playing.
It's so funny.
Just terrible.
Oh my.
Your favorite pastime, but probably not hers. Moving on.
Yeah.
So, did you notice anything extraordinary about this lady at all? Anything that you
No.
could notice?
No, she's an old lady who sells pies that taste good and give you good dreams. I don't know why. I don't know anything about them. I just know that they taste good and they give you good dreams.
At this point, Zila looks at everyone in the group. Do any of you have any questions?
So you're selling these the children that have made fun times in order to eat these pies. Apparently delicious. They're the best things in the world. Do you not normally dream? Does everyone here in Barovia have nightmares?
You either have nightmares or you have nothing.
Okay, and is that normal in other places around here? Does everywhere in this godforsaken world have nightmares, or is it just a product of this shadow of the castle that everyone seems to keep talking about?
You think I travel around a whole lot? I don't know.
Would be a better pastime than being a terrible father.
Well, I mean, at least he's not getting around. That would make him an even worse father. But I digress. So you don't do anything with your life. You're a piece of crap who sells his children for a pastry. Do you know anything else about this hag that my cousin was asking you about?
I never
maybe
mentioned anything.
Never
I didn't
said
say
anything
that.
about a hag.
Did I say hag? Sorry.
You meant the lady,
That
maybe.
this lady that
Yes.
sold pies. Do you know anything else about this lady? Where she lives?
I don't got a clue.
You
Comes
don't
through
have.
town, sells the pastries out the cart, leaves.
How often does she come by you in the house?
He said he doesn't have a clue. Insight 19.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
He doesn't have a clue.
I believe he doesn't know
Yeah.
shit.
No, I know,
Alright,
but I'm just
alright,
saying
alright,
your
yeah.
character would see that
Yeah,
he is believable.
All right. Now, is there anything you're holding back? Anything you're not telling us because you're afraid of us knowing? Because I have ways to make you talk.
Sela smiles.
Well, and what about you? I pointed at the wife. Like, did you also have the dream pastries with the nightmares and the good dreams?
No, I don't eat them myself.
But you consented to him selling your children.
Roll insight.
Can I roll insight on this too?
Yep.
Please, God.
All
There.
of you can roll it. Those of you, well, the three of you
I have
that
to
are
get my
there.
skills tab up.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, you're not
We
you're
don't
not
have
gonna
to-
want my insights.
that's not much better.
For some reason, I feel like someone about a quarter of a mile that way is lying.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Feeling.
What is? Hold on. I'm getting a phone call.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
Oh,
Tell
no.
him to piss off.
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Fuck off! I'm playing D&D. Go
We're
away.
trying to interrogate a
accent
piece
and
of
all.
shit and his other piece of shit wife. Okay.
We're
What's going on?
sorry. The number you've called right now is far too busy to deal with your shit. Please call again when I call you. Goodbye.
Exactly.
Yeah. Back to the drug muffins.
Back to the drug muffin.
Inside check. Inside check. I
I
hope
love how
we
annoyed
get
Sophie
this
is with
deal.
everything.
I love how both. Oh no, both of them are. Yeah.
Oh, we're
There's
not
like
done.
a real disdain for everything like related to like
Oh.
Strahd and Barovia that I just really enjoy.
She's just like, why the
You-
hell am I here?
Bullshit.
You guys don't even know
Your
the half of it
place.
right now. I can't
Like
wait.
it.
I've been looking forward to this session so bad,
Hell
like more so
yes.
in past. Like, this is one of the diagrams that I wrote up.
Goodness gracious.
I'm trying to figure out how to ask the questions I want to ask properly. It's really hard.
Phone, why?
It's okay, it gives me time to think.
people-
Yeah, use this time.
Yep.
Oh, I don't need to think about the next thing I want to do. I'm just waiting for the
Well, lucky you.
green
Wow.
light. I'm just waiting for the green light, man. And you guys don't even know what the green light
Not
is.
all of us have flowcharts.
I DM'd you my notes so far.
Yes, thank you. I've been actually able to keep up pretty well with it. It's just sometimes I get into the conversation and I forget to take notes. So
I'll be 100% honest. I'm not focused on the note taking this session.
that's fine. You have 2 note takers.
Yeah.
If you ever have questions, there's a stream and 2 note takers, so you just ask. That's fine. Yeah.
I'll just message one of y'all.
Mm.
You're like, what was the color of this room? I got you probably, so it's fine.
The color of this room is
Oh.
Western.
All right, I'm gonna back out to my mom's hair real quick, so I will peace out for a second.
Okay.
All right.
Be back.
Oh,
This is one of those moments where I wish my character had strength just a little bit. A little bit more than what she has.
Are you sure you don't mean charisma?
yeah. need that for
No
intimidation.
strength.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Well-
I really want to like bitch slap both of these people, but knowing me, I'll go for the unarmed strike, roll a 1, and it'll be 0. So do absolutely
isn't-
nothing.
Isn't damage minimum 1? Or
Yeah,
is
but you
that
still
not
have
a
to hit, presumably.
And yeah, you still
that's
have to hit.
true.
Okay.
They are
Sorry about that. That was
commoners,
actually
so it's not like
important.
they're wearing armor.
Dee had to go answer
fine.
her mom, and she had the questions for the person.
That's fine.
But
My church's website is just offline. Just
Oh,
DDoSed.
Yeah,
Calling
just
you.
off-
how
Offline.
dare?
My brother called me and goes, "Do you know my church website offline?" No. I was like, "Let me look." Yep, offline. I have no idea why.
Huh.
I've
Weird.
not gotten any email about anything about it going offline. I've got nothing. So he's gonna try and contact the people that we have our website through because he has the contact information and try to be like, "Do you guys know why this is offline?" Because it was just up like 2 days ago. I was just on it
Mm-hmm.
doing just general maintenance that I have to do.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's random.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
that was
that don't
actually
sound too
relatively
good.
important.
Mhm.
Okay, I need to add this to my list of things
But-
down here.
Once Dee gets back, we can continue if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just out of curiosity, while we're all here and kind of
Yeah.
chilling for a moment,
Okay.
I want to run by current updates. The 13th, the Monday or whatever, I go and investigate an apartment, possibly like it's the 14th. Possibly like start the process to like get into that apartment.
Have fun.
That
Exciting.
Yeah.
Where
It
at?
probably won't be till the end of November or so. Sean, I'm moving to Gretna.
Really?
Yeah.
Heck
Yep.
yeah, dude! Heck
Yeah, I
yeah!
found a nice apartment. I forget what it's called. Actually, one I like.
Oh, so you're
Are you
gonna be
still
working
gonna-
out of Ashland or out of Elkhorn?
No, I will be in Ashland.
At Camp
But
Ash-
it's
working at
like-
Camp Legend.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
like a
like a
30-minute,
15-minute
not even 30
drive.
minute drive. It's like 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
Heck yeah!
Are you still going to
Yeah.
be able to visit Micah and his job?
No, Micah
No.
will be 4 hours away from
Joey,
us.
I meant
No, yeah.
because
No.
like I was talking to him in Discord and he's like, "Oh, Joey's here." I'm like, "Tell him I said hi."
Yeah, probably not. I'll be able to
Aw.
hang out with Sean though.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
You can come visit me at my job.
Yeah. Pester you while you're on the clock.
Yeah, for
There
the
you go.
hour
It
that
is.
we're open, either the hour that we're open when I'm there and an hour open before I leave. Oh,
Can't remember if it was
Um,
this one. It is this one. Are you familiar with the Northridge?
oh yeah,
Apartment?
Northridge. Yeah, I actually was looking at
Yeah.
apartments in that area before everything went down with my dad.
Yeah.
Those are they're nice apartments.
They look nice. Yeah.
I know somebody who used to live in them. They're pretty nice apartments. So yeah, heck yeah.
So that's where everything stands so far. I still don't really know like what my schedule is day to day or anything. I just know I gotta show up the 15th at like 5 in the morning.
Oh, fun.
Oof. Yeah, fun.
In other adult news, I'm one of those people that likes writing with pens, but I'm very picky with what kind of pens I write with. I don't like those like really cheap $2 ones that you can buy because it feels like I'm either scratching the paper or the ink is just not good or anything like that. So I've done a lot of research into pens, guys. The one that
Okay.
I'm using right now makes me so happy, and it's cheap. And believe it or not, they're Sharpie brand.
Oh, I
They're
love those ones.
Sharpie.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I love those ones.
The gel ones.
Yeah, those ones. I love
They
those
write
ones.
so smooth,
Right.
and
like-
it's just
I like those, and I like the Zebra brand, like the metal case ones. I like
Yeah.
those ones too.
it's one of those things that's like it was getting to the point where I really considered buying like one of those $20 pens that writes really nicely because I've gotten that particular about them. But this one is like, okay, this is cheaper and it writes well. We're going to use these. And I have a whole case of them, so I should never run out.
My chat. Slime Girl likes gel pens. What a coincidence.
Okay, chat, look. I liked gel pens before I was a slime girl, so ha!
Proof or it
Shut-
didn't happen.
Proof or it didn't happen. I could go and get my receipts for things, but that would be
I don't
kind
know.
of PII over the internet. No, thank you. I
Well,
texted D to see if everything was okay.
I'm sure it is. She's
It's
just
fine.
doing
Just find her
things
mom.
and getting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
What's happening?
No,
What's your
Fantasy
sleep?
Grounds isn't responding.
Oh, no.
No.
Please don't crash.
Uh-oh.
Please.
It's fine.
If it does crash, you have time to reload.
Yeah. So here's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, this laptop.
I'm back. I'm coming.
Okay.
Fantasygram, please. Please.
Look, it's not as terrifying as each time trying to manually adjust the screen as completely breaks my PC. Like, what the fuck, man?
Getting things going with. I was doing my mom's hair, so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Glad to hear that everything's okay.
Oh yeah, we good.
All right, so your questions were to the lady if she doesn't eat she said she doesn't eat them, and then we rolled an insight check.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, it was about consenting to sell her children specifically, but
Yeah.
And that too, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. With the 15. Oh, actually, hold on. I brought this up for a reason. Hold on. Game.
Mhm.
Let me click.
With the 15.
Hold on. I need to roll this.
It crashed.
Oh.
Well, never mind. With all of
Okay.
you.
Oh.
we're trying
rolled
so
terribly.
hard.
All of us. Okay.
You could tell that she's like, she consented to selling them, but she's not 100% down with that idea.
So she's not as. Congratulations, you got the not as.
That's shit the apparent award.
Not
No,
as
she's
big of a
still a
jerk as you
shitty-
could have been.
No, she's still shitty.
I said less shitty to be
Yeah,
clarification.
less.
Mm. Are we done here?
I don't think we're going to ever know why. So
Okay.
I think that is all we can do for now.
So now Zila drops her facade. And she looks directly in the eyes of the father and goes, so all of this was for just dreams because you can't handle a nightmare. You can't handle a nightmare. So you buy these pies, giving your children away just to feel good for a night. Do you have any idea what kind of nightmare your kids are going through right now? Do you have any idea what the hell you just forced on them? You had zero right to do that. To call yourselves parents would be an insult to literally every single other parent in the entire world.
Sophie. Zila.
Hmm?
God, I want some kind of roll to see if I pick up on, do you have any idea what they went through? Because the way you said that, it sounds like you do.
Oh yeah, you could 100%
Wow.
pick up on something that
Little too
you
personal.
100% pick up on it. Like I threw it for the lulz, to be honest.
Mhm.
I
Nope,
was
nope.
fully fine with choosing to fail it,
You're
but
fine.
yeah,
just
100% you're picking up on that Zila knows what they're going through. She waits a moment,
noted. Not saying
Con-
anything.
Hold on.
continues.
I'm trying.
ahead.
Okay. He
Go
would
ahead.
say something. I'm just trying to formulate it in my head the way I want it
Go
to.
for it. Go for it. Let's see if I interrupt or not.
How do I want to word this in the way I want it to come out? Okay, so you asked him, yeah, if he had for the nightmares, if he had any idea what his children had gone through. He will look at you and go, obviously, you ain't from around here. You ain't
I don't
been here long
care.
enough.
I don't
to know
care
what
if I
it's
haven't
like
been around here. I don't care what kind of nightmares you've had. I'd rather suffer 1,000 nightmares for the rest of my life rather than subject any child of mine to the hell that you just subjected them to. Should
What
I
do
give
you
you a demonstration of 1% of what they could possibly be going through right now? And she produces 3 daggers with projected weaponry.
Oh.
Okay.
Pointed at who, can I ask?
She's not pointing them at anything right now.
They're just floating in space.
They're just
Okay.
floating.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Zila. They're not worth it.
What are they? How are they reacting?
The wife is scared. The husband is how do I best describe this?
Is he pissing his pants?
No, he's not.
Unfortunate.
He is he is like he's looking at you. You had brought those up, so there's a moment of like, that's weird, but also just this look of trying to think of the word I'm looking for.
Is empathetic what you're looking for?
No.
Apathetic?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not apathy.
Like,
Why can't I think of this word? really
nonchalant.
annoying me.
Is it a sad emotion? Is it a happy emotion?
No,
Is it
it's
Unamused.
it's not.
amused?
It's along the lines of calling your bluff, but it's not that. He's not calling your bluff because he doesn't think that you're not going to do something. That's not the case.
Just doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah,
Or
I guess kind of just a of a look of along that lines.
So
Like
what?
just doesn't
I
seem.
mean,
to,
that would be apathy. A
I
bit.
guess,
Yeah,
but that's
that
not.
would be apathy.
Yeah, I guess technically. I guess technically it would be
apathetic.
apathy. Yeah.
Depression.
I guess, yeah, technically I guess it would be apathetic. Yeah, I guess that would probably be the best way. That's not quite what I'm looking for, but I guess that would be the best way to put it.
I kind of agree with Sophie. It seems like they don't really care about whatever we do to them.
Zila closes her eyes and lets, all three of them fall. Not fall, but like she lets the image go away. And says, unlike you two, I know when to stop. And she walks out of the jail.
Okay. Around the time that you would walk out would be around the time that Mikhail and Harrigan would get there.
Okay.
Would
having-
we have
and
the
Irina.
kids?
No, you just by the time it's taking them to go
Yeah.
over there.
It is a
Have
long
all
walk to the
the-
jail.
Yeah.
Like having walked over there because they were escorting a person and carrying a person, so they didn't move as fast. By the time they got over there, got them in there, got him woken up to the point where he was coherent enough to answer questions and done the questioning and all that, it would be about the time that you guys would get to the jail. So you would get to the jail seeing Zila walk out of the jail.
and we've well,
I don't know what Drosa and Sophie are planning to do there, but they would get there.
Turn to Ismark and well, they are in prison now, and hopefully their children will never be near them again. And that is the important thing about the children. Whether they stay alive or not, that is up to you. And then I'll leave too.
Ismark is like standing there in thought. He's like deep in thought at the moment.
What does Harrigan and Mikhail do?
looking up. Is Zoe coming outside too, or
I just left now.
Yes, I'll follow my
I
cousin.
was just curious if it was everyone
Yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
All right, we're all outside the jail now.
Oh, look, we're all together.
Oh,
Oh, look.
you caught up with us.
Oh, we figured it out. What did that whole thing go? They're in jail now, or what?
They are in jail now. It is locked.
Ah,
Well,
good
that's-
riddance.
I suppose we'll see. Well, now what?
Well, all we figured
Find
out
any
was that
information?
all we figured out was that the dream pastries were just coming through, and then it was only the husband apparently eating them. So the wife was complicit, but did not actually partake of the dream pastry.
Did you happen to find out what the pastries were?
No.
Hmm.
Well, very odd.
Were the children
Wanted-
okay wherever they went?
Yes, they should be fine where we've taken them.
Oh, that is good.
Good.
Just out of curiosity, as a player who would have been there, what was the like overall feeling from the children getting taken out of their homes and
Okay. Roll me an insight check and just don't roll a 1. Because they're children, they're not great at hiding emotions. But they're also children. Okay, yeah, you
That was
killed
so close to a
Oh,
1.
that's excellent.
Basically, it was like, just don't roll a 1 because they're children. Children don't hide their emotions well, but you could misinterpret their
Tell me about these
emotions.
children.
They seem to be very apathetic about the entire process.
Yeah,
They seem to
okay.
not really care.
Yeah. All right.
The children do not seem to care about anything. I mean, they were playing and laughing and such with their siblings, but took the with their friends, they don't seem to pay any mind or care at all.
the sad
if-
thing while we were dealing with the children is they didn't seem to really care that this was all happening to them or the parents.
There were a couple of them that were afraid, younger children.
A couple were afraid.
But not like cowering, but like you could tell that there was some fear to them. But other than that, like they were just really apathetic about the whole process.
To be expected, I suppose.
Aye.
Well, I hope that'll be better for them after they are rehomed and everything goes well. Well, as best as it can in this area, but
Only so much to ask for. So,
is there
Yeah.
anything else you need from us, Irina, before we leave the area?
I do not think so. Let me go see if Ismark knows of anything.
He's in the jail. I left him in there.
Okay, and she will.
You didn't leave him locked up, did you?
No, he was on the outside of the jail cell. He was on the outer part of the jail. They were in the inner part of the jail.
Master, I don't think that you can arrest.
Also, he has the keys. It would not matter.
Fair enough.
While she goes inside to talk to Eastmark, everybody roll perception check.
Oh, do I have my advantage?
Yeah.
No, this is yes.
Perception.
A 13 and
Yes.
that is perfect for
So,
exactly
alright, I
what's
just have to
going on
remember
with
that, like, you
Zila.
get advantage or not every time, so
Yeah.
I don't
fine.
currently have
I'm
my elf
disconnected.
familiar.
OBS nar.
Yeah.
Oh no!
But Obia, like,
Could I?
Give it a second.
it gets the
5 seconds.
bonuses on the
Technical
perceptions,
difficulties.
but it doesn't like. It's not like you get 3 rolls for a single perception check.
Oh, I
You're-
know. Yeah. Honestly, is yeah.
Mechanically
it's fine.
speaking, you're
Don't
either
worry.
looking,
How
you're
did
either
you-
using it to look
That
through
doesn't
and get
tell you.
perception from it, or you're using yourself. If you
That's
don't,
fair.
you don't get the 3 chances to roll above a number. That's not how that works.
No, that's fine. That said, can you drop me my owl familiar again? It got unpinned from my bar.
because you.
Yeah, 'cause it
I was
crashed.
like, I did that already. What are you talking about?
Yes, you did.
Okay, yeah.
Everything got broken again.
Give me
Yeah.
a second. Let me bring it up. There you go. Boom.
Okay. And for future reference, I will use either the owl or Peregrine for
Yeah.
perception.
Okay. So let's see. So this will be the order in. So I had you roll this because it'll be the order in which you see this happening. So it'll be first Zophi, then Peregrine, then Zila, Mikhail, and finally Vedrosta. You see someone walking up the road toward the jail. The first person we'll see it will be Zophi. And you'll see them kind of toward like as they come out from behind the houses.
What do they look like?
So you wouldn't be able to tell right away, but as they get closer,
What are they wearing?
It looks to be a human male, in fairly nice clothing.
Can I believe looking for illusions is investigation.
Yep, sure. Go ahead.
Just to make sure there's no shenanigans going on here. Seems fine to me.
Yep, everything seems fine to you. But
Okay.
yeah, as they would get closer, you would begin to see a human male in nice clothing, come walking up the road toward the jail.
Is he average height? Just is anything sticking out other than the fact that he's well dressed?
Well, hold on, I'm getting there. I'm just
Okay.
he asked what he sees, and at that
Yeah.
distance, that's what he sees. Is he sees a
Okay.
nicer dressed human male.
Yep. I'll
It's
wait
not
till he
like
gets
stranger approaching.
closer to say something.
I see nothing, so it's just
Yeah.
fine.
But
So
as
yeah, so you
he-
guys will see him as he gets closer and closer. Come on, load for me here, Fantasy Grounds. I'm like
Strahd,
trying to click on
Strahd,
things,
Strahd,
and I'm
Strahd,
like,
Strahd,
come on,
Strahd.
load for me here.
gosh.
doubt.
No, it.
No, it's not. That's no.
Don't get
Oh,
too
no,
excited.
Strahd.
No,
Um,
it's not Daddy.
Oh,
No.
oh,
I hate it, Chris. I hate it.
I know.
sorry, Daddy.
You're
sorry,
welcome.
Daddy. Sorry.
Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry. Daddy, sorry.
But yeah, so as you see this gentleman come, walking up, you begin to see a fairly well-dressed man, in black pants with a red shirt and a cape
Fuck your
hanging off,
smile.
with black
God
shoulder-length
damn it.
hair and a sword at his hip, walking up the road.
Excuse me, sir. Can we help you?
Hold on, let me.
Yep. Mute yourself. Practice the
Oh, boy.
voice.
The voice.
Strahd.
Daddy. D-A-D-D-Y. You
I see
know
I
what
have
we want and
already-
why.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, so what did you ask?
I can't.
Sorry. Can we help you, sir?
I see that I am not the only one who has come to see what has happened. in this village.
We are the ones who. Who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Count Strahd von Zorovich.
Oh, thank God! Finally, so many people have been talking about you and saying that, like, oh, you're like this horrible person who's just like you don't like.
Sophie.
Sophie, you did
No,
not
no,
just
no,
go
no,
to
no.
somebody and just tell them all the things you've heard about them. That is rude.
People are saying horrible things and that like you don't let them do anything, and we have been looking for you for
Yeah.
Sheila
so long.
grabs
And
Sophie's
this-
arm and pulls her
Particularly
next
just
to
her,
her.
by the way. That is only her talking about this stuff.
Tenkanos, why are you trying to give us a TPK?
Thanks.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking kill us in one
No,
second.
no, no, no.
It's-
Zila grabs Sophie's arm and
Come on.
Well,
and
I'm
pretty much
not
drags
saying
her
bad
So-
things.
like next to her.
Other people are saying bad things. Look, I just want
Sophie,
to.
Sophie.
But I just want to talk to him. He seems
Perhaps
amicable.
you should lead with like respect because he is the leader supposedly of this area.
Yes, he is. But I just. Sorry,
What
you're
if
right. But
God's like expression during
look,
this.
I just you're not. You're very. Look. I would like to humbly ask, how do we get out of your lands?
Why would you wish to leave these lands?
Well, you
barely
see, some
been here.
people took us
You've
from
barely
our
seen
home, and
anything.
you're right, but we're not from around here, and there's this fog we can't get through. But we were told if we get permission from you, then we can leave.
That's permission does not come so easily.
Okay, but is there something you want?
I do not believe that you would have anything that I would desire.
Perhaps there's something we can do for you. Surely even a count must have something he wants.
Hmm.
Zeala's just watching this
I
exchange
know.
very carefully.
DeRosa is slightly horrified, just like standing in the side. Like,
I am,
Yeah,
I am
like-
behind Mikhail.
Yeah, he is.
Full-
So he stands
Kyle
up.
is shrinking. He's
Yeah.
more
Sophie
scared than
doesn't
any of us have
understand
ever
the weight of
seen.
the situation.
Yeah.
not
So-
at all.
For
that
size
doesn't inspire
perspective, he is
confidence
about the same height as
Okay.
Mikhail. He is about 6'4". He is a tall gentleman, and
Yeah, I'm looking up. Got
yeah,
it.
and he is he is
Yeah.
like he is in shape. He is not
Oh, high five.
scrawny. Like he is built.
Can I just describe the mental image that I had? It had
Okay.
nothing to do with like our actual looks. In my head, I see a little chihuahua barking at a Great Dane.
Literally, this is what's happening.
I am
Not entirely
Literally what's happening.
wrong.
barking. You act like I'm being hostile.
It sounds like you're being
You
hostile.
opened up with like, how do we get out of your horrible
Hostility, come
lands,
on.
rat?
And you suck. Everyone says you suck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Anyways,
Like,
this is not in character, but continue. Anyways,
Well, okay.
So for record,
Yes.
Yep.
that is what he looks like for those that do not
There's
know.
Daddy.
Love
yes.
it.
oh goodness.
Love it a lot.
And that is very similar to what he is currently wearing. He doesn't have like the shoulder pauldrons on. He just has the cape around. But he's in that same red kind of, I guess, jerkin would be a better, lack of a better term for that. And the dark pants with his sword at his hip.
Excellent.
Well, I apologize for our friend being so
No.
presumptuous.
He was about to. Surely a count like
Literally,
you must
don't
have
care about
something that you want.
Chris, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Sure.
Me.
Sure. Wisdom saving throw. Oh my!
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
You immediately stop talking and have no reason to talk any longer at the moment.
Yeah.
It's a 20,
As
isn't it?
you
so
are
we'll
shook
try
by his
our
beguiling
19.
gaze and are just enthralled with him currently.
Yeah.
Oh, so your character's
So
actually the
cool,
way
so
you
hot.
are IRL now. Got it.
we
But I
Um,
shut up.
Anyway, so we are
And-
sorry.
Uh, Zila notices this question mark.
I mean, you
Yes,
would
we
notice
know.
that she suddenly stopped running her
Stops
mouth
talking
like she
out of nowhere.
was, but
You should just like.
yeah, basically like that. It's literally like that. But you don't see him do anything. He just simply looks around and looks at her, and then just she stops.
God
Um,
damn it! That has to, I swear to God, I bet I missed it by 1.
It may or may not be DC 20 wisdom saving throw.
ooh,
Oh,
Maybe. All
uh,
right. The roast is trying to save face, so
Yeah, no, and he's not doing
Um,
anything actively hostile. Like, he has this commanding presence, like he's the count, like he is
Oh,
the
for
guy.
sure.
But
Do I
he's
have
not
to-
like he's not being hostile. He's not making any hostile moves. He's just standing there observing the group of you and kind of half ignoring the one that was continuing talking until it just couldn't
I'm
any longer.
sorry.
do I have to roll insight to know whether or not this is quote unquote normal for somebody to do?
I
Or
think
would I
you
know
could
at
just-
this point?
You would know that is not normally how
Okay,
she would act in the
great.
scenario,
Thank you.
but you would not
Okay.
know why.
Yeah. All right.
I will continue speaking to Strahd. We were with the burgomaster Ismark, and we were escorting some, I don't know, parents of children to the jail because they were giving up their children for a pastry, and that seemed wrong. So they're all in there.
I had heard that something was occurring here in the village, but I was unaware of what exactly it was. Forgive me a moment. I will go check and see. And then he
Of
will
course.
walk past all of you and into the jail.
How long after he
Okay.
goes in do I snap
Yeah.
to normal?
Zila's
as
kind
soon
of
as-
like
as-
looking at her
yeah.
like,
Um,
are you
Once
okay?
line of sight.
So, so as soon as he walks into the building, it would drop.
And
Zophie, are you okay?
oh,
We need to go.
God.
We should keep walking
What?
as we talk. Let's us walk
We need to go
casually
now.
away.
So
Okay.
weird. I was just asking Strahd something, and then I just
He
he's
affected your mind. He can do that. Let's go
yeah.
First of all,
God,
okay.
he's-
now.
Mikhail, what
Did
is
you
the
realize
title
how
we address
beautiful
this
he
Strahd
is?
as?
Like, oh my god, like, oh my god, he is just
Yes,
God.
that is very
Stunning.
alluring.
So I'm
We are
grabbing
walking.
and we are pushing
no,
and we are
We
moving.
are walking.
wait, I-
We'll pick her up if we have to.
I still have,
Walking away.
I still have questions as you're just like,
Zophie,
no,
leave me
shut up.
along. I have questions for
Yeah,
Zila's dragging.
absolutely not.
There's no way
As-
I can resist both of you.
As you
just
guys are
drag me
walking,
along.
as you
No,
guys are
all three of us
walking
are helping with
away,
this. Yeah, this is
uh,
not
Okay,
just her.
sorry.
Yeah.
roll perception check. If anybody has advantage on hearing, this would be the thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, well, actually,
Well,
another 19.
Hey, double 17.
Double 17s. Wow.
oh well.
Okay, so so Zophie and Mikhail would hear this. Oh no, actually, hold on. And yeah, so Zophie and Mikhail would hear this because you both rolled above a 15. As especially, and this makes so much sense that Mikhail would hear this. As you're trying to usher people away,
So scary.
you hear some noises coming from the jail that do not sound very pleasant. You hear a male and female screaming coming from the jail.
Is Mark and Irina or other people?
It does not sound like he's marking the arena.
Keep walking.
Okay.
Are you saying that?
Does it sound like
don't say shit.
death cries?
Sophie
Is
hears
that,
too.
I don't know. How many people would Zophie have seen or heard death cries coming from?
Well, I did adventure with my mom for a bit, so I'd at least be familiar of death cries of creatures.
That's true. That's true.
Does it sound like death cries?
Mikhail would Mikhail would know.
No.
But yeah, it sounds like very painful death cries coming from the male and female. And
Okay.
as you're kind of pushing them down the road, and you get pretty much almost back down toward the houses, before, like, if anybody turns back around, you would see the three of them come out of the jail. And you'll see the three of them talking to each other. As they come
They
out of
are
the
or
jail.
aren't talking.
They are. The three of them are talking
So
to each
they're
other.
out of the jail
They come
talking
out
to
of-
Strahd.
Yes.
Is Mark and Strahd.
He's Mark and
okay.
Nina
Okay.
are outside the jail talking to Strahd.
Time of day right now. Did it take a long time for us to do all that, or
Not
not?
stressed.
I would say by now you're like mid-afternoon, like 2:30ish, I would say. Because you guys had the encounter with the woman, and then immediately went from there to Irina and them. Then you started an investigation, so that took
A lot of back and forth.
it was a lot of back and forth. But the town is not that large. I mean, it's just it's a small village. It's not that big. It's maybe a mile, top to bottom, side to side. It's not that big.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Just for the record.
go ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say it's probably about 2:30 or so.
Anyone can object or do anything they want, but for the record, Mikhail is leading west out of town. That is the direction he is pushing.
I would know time of day, and I'd be like, can we get to this camp before it becomes dark, or at least a little bit after it becomes dark, maybe?
Get out of here.
Okay, I'm down.
Right. We should go see
can we?
Ava.
I have no objection to this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Madam
I don't-
Eva, so we should go see.
Yeah,
How
just
long would it
throw
take us?
into
maybe Strahd to talk. Yeah.
To get to Madame Ava from here, it would take probably
Daddy.
maybe 4 or 5 hours.
It's fine.
Okay, that's
Because
good
it's
enough.
after that the road gets all windy and crisscrossy. That takes a long time. It's a fairly straight shot.
Yeah,
from
yeah, it's not that. It's pretty
So,
close. Okay.
yeah, it's relatively close.
Can get there evening. It's good enough. We should get out of here now.
Well, let us go then.
East.
To the west.
All right.
Zila looks like she wants to say something, but then
I
she
am
decides against it.
Well, we'll all have plenty of time to talk to each other on the journey west.
Yes, we can talk while we walk.
Oops, too much soon. There we go.
All right. So you guys can start making your way out of Barovia village.
Great. Now to Barovia world map.
Yep.
Mhm.
So as you begin to cross over, and you begin to walk through, you come across like a bridge that runs over water. Excuse me. Mikhail, you would know this is the river Ivlis. Ivlis. I'm not sure how you pronounce that actually. It's Ivlis. I'm not sure how to pronounce that
However
actually.
you want to pronounce it. It'll
Ivlis is how I'm going to pronounce it.
Whatever.
But you see that the water itself is as clear as it's just completely clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. It's a very clean river. And the river is roughly 50 feet wide with a bridge across it. And they are like, this is not like a rickety wooden bridge. This is like a stone arched bridge across them. It does not look rickety on it. It is a stone bridge.
Is there anything in the water?
Just some fish.
Is anybody following us out of town?
Roll perception.
Oh boy.
Following us out of town.
I'm so good at perception. I
I-
love that.
The thing that
Nope.
I would like to ask about after this is done rolling,
Sure.
is there like forest on either side of the bridge? Like it looks like it's so on here, but how far away is that essentially?
So on the Barovian village side, it's probably a good couple. You probably you can see like the edge of the forest from where you are, but it's probably like a mile or two away from shore, at least, or a mile or two away from where the bridge is. So it's a decent distance. On the other side of the bridge, it's a couple 100 feet from the bridge. At most.
And we're currently on the Barovian side of the bridge, yes?
You're on the Barovian side of the bridge, coming up to that bridge.
Okay. All right. No questions from me now.
Okay, I'll wait for Chris to be back.
Oh, I didn't notice Chris had left.
I
Also
I
did not
just
notice that he
noticed it. That I
left.
was like, nope. We'll stop for a second.
That's fair.
Okay.
Bet you didn't see that one coming.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. As soon as you said guy, I'm like, Strahd.
Oh my god.
He's been looking
Grab
for
out
a
of me,
his
imagine.
chance.
Life
Oh.
flashed
I'm
before
like-
all of our eyes. It's fine.
What do you mean?
Sophie
Life was-
nearly killed us.
I finally got to talk to him.
Like,
Everything's
actually shaking.
And he literally shut you up.
Yep.
Yes, he actually
exactly
shut
what
you
he
up,
did.
Emily.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Thankfully, that's all he did. Yeah.
The DM's like, I'm doing you a favor. Fail.
Basically, I was like, you don't want
Good
to
to
succeed
fail.
this save.
I'm
I-
sitting here like,
I wanted to succeed. It would have been
Zero
great.
pulls
Oh, no.
Sophie over
It would have been
closer
very
to
funny
her.
if you
like,
had.
It
I
would
need
have
to
been.
remember that I have guidance. That said, in retrospect, I'm glad I didn't guidance that.
It would have.
It would be a save anyway, so it
Well,
wouldn't matter.
guidance
Yeah.
isn't saves.
It's checks.
Resistance to do saves.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have
Alright.
been great because from a roleplay standpoint, it would have just been like, so, anyways,
Literally.
Basically, yeah. It would have been like, huh.
and then
that
he
was
would have
weird.
been like, dominate.
Yeah, but-
Instant puddle. Okay.
Yeah, it's like there.
Rest
It-
in puddle.
From a like,
Yeah.
there's a part of me that goes, it would have been great if you would have failed because it would have I would have had other fun things to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's great that you did fail because it just you got that moment of just like, and
Yeah.
you're done.
Fun either
Which
way.
also
you-
shows an
and everyone in the group is just like,
You know that talking thing you're doing?
Everyone's holding their breath.
Stop.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Literally just like the whole time.
oh my god. Okay,
Oh
just
my
to
God.
let you know, Mr. Tenkanos, I don't know when you disappeared, but I asked about like the forests on either side. So, do you want to know about that information or?
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
yeah.
I could recap real quick.
Yep, go ahead,
The
go ahead.
forest on the Barovian side is about a mile away from where the bridge is.
Okay.
And then on the opposite side, the forest is about 100 feet from the
Okay.
bridge. Okay.
Yeah. So it's far enough away that if somebody were tailing you, you would see
You
them
could
because they would
see.
have to be at least on the edge of the forest, which would be able to be seen. But it's not far enough away that it'd be
I have another
impossible.
question
But
actually.
yes.
Speaking of,
How
they
long
might
is
able
this
to-
bridge? You said it's 50 feet wide, but you didn't say how long.
Well, no, 50. Like the river is 50 feet wide, so it covers the span
Oh,
of 50
so
feet.
the
How long?
okay, so we could see the other side of the
Yes,
forest pretty
yes.
clearly right now. I would like to look at the forest and see if there's anyone being weird.
Okay, roll perception check.
Mikhail did a check for the falling behind us too. That was not
Beautiful. I am
Yeah,
rolling
yeah, yeah.
average
Hold up on.
today. Great. I don't see
Um,
anything.
No,
I'm
the only-
listening for people following or things following.
Give me a
Yeah.
second here. Let me.
What?
I
No,
imagine none
it's-
of you
it's
are
not-
trying to hide the fact you're like scouting around, looking, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna speak up, be like,
Looking over the shoulders, sort of thing.
I did not see anything.
I don't
look
see
at
anything,
that
do I?
piece. I can throw my familiar behind us. 100 feet back, I could see.
So,
Yes, that
Mikhail,
sounds like a
you
great idea.
you see a raven. following you.
Fantastic idea.
Not necessarily
It is
following
a
you, but you
raven?
see a raven up in the trees.
Okay.
Flies up and flies down into the trees.
Meanwhile, the owl goes
All
back.
right.
But outside of that, you don't see anything
Okay, that's fine.
seem to be following you.
That's fine. Okay.
So, as you cross over the river, and begin to kind of as you kind of make your way, you get to a crossroads. You have the right side and the left side. The left side goes up, actually goes up in elevation, a little bit, before the trail seems to go back behind the trees. It's hard to tell where it goes from there. The right side seems to go down, closer down toward the riverbank. Point of note, it's also about 5 o'clock at night at this point, so it's starting to get dark.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless.
Thank you. Well, we need to go up towards Valaki. Is it?
To the right. We're all going towards Valaki either way. We want to go to the encampment where Madame Eva is. That's this way.
Oh,
Okay.
she's at the pool encampment? I thought she was
Indeed.
at. Oh, whatever.
How would you know where she's at?
You don't
I mean,
know.
Mikhail knows where she is.
Yeah,
Am I
exactly.
crazy? I remember things correctly.
You're right. No, as players,
Okay.
you were right. She's at the Czar Pool encampment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's at the several
Arden
encampments.
Lost Okay.
It is with, yes.
Then let's go that way.
All right.
All right, we head
Uh,
in that direction.
Yep. Which is totally fine.
Just while we're walking, just Sophie, what in your right mind did you think you were doing, trying to talk to him like you were just some like best friend?
Oh, what do you mean? Look. We had found him. Didn't think we were gonna get to see him.
He was
so
not even there for
soon.
us. He was there for the people in the jail cell.
No, you're right. He wasn't there for us, but I figured since we ran into him, I would see why everybody did. It doesn't hurt to ask.
I will look at both of the plasmoids. Is this where you are from, where you just go up to the absolute rulers of the land and you just talk to them a lot? Is that what you do in your area? Do you have like a hierarchy of people?
Yes.
I think
come from a
asking about if we can leave directly from the person who said that we need to get permission isn't the wrong thing. Although, correct me if
The
I'm wrong, I
approach was
don't
not the
think-
best approach to do that.
Yes,
I think the
but
issue is
don't-
that of respect.
Zila kind of pushes
Right,
herself in
right.
between
Well, it's
her
definitely alive.
and the others and says, "Look, we just want to get out, okay?"
Perhaps I could have been more polite about it. Yes, I do come from a city that has a leader, and no, you don't just go up and walk, but also you don't normally see the leaders walking around a town in the middle of the day. So, to my defense, it was a rare situation, and I took the chance I had to get my sister and myself out, my cousin and myself out of here.
It was a very good opportunity.
My apologies
It was.
for making you uncomfortable, but now we know that he's a dick. So we'll have to find another means.
I do not even think
Also-
that he is
Yes.
just a dick. I think that he was surprised that we were just asking questions out of nowhere. He did not even know who we were. Like, nothing was there.
Right.
I'm sort of surprised you're alive right now, but I'm happy that you are. So that's good.
Thank you. I don't. Does he just kill people for talking to him? That seems kind of.
Zila grabs Sophie's hand at this point. It says nothing.
Right.
I've never met the man before, but he kills a lot of people from my understanding of things. So
Okay. Well,
maybe just
see him
be
again.
respectful
I'll be more respectful.
and hope you don't see him again. And be careful about looking him in the eye.
Well.
Or
if-
bad mouthing
yes.
his accomplishments, or what people say about him. I mean, let us insult the man as soon as we meet him. That sounds like a
Right.
great idea.
God.
But if we want to get out of here, and we're going to get out of here, I'm gonna have to see him eventually.
We'll see what Madame Ava says.
Speaking of seeing the man, what did you see in him? You seemed very enamored by his face.
Oddly,
yeah,
I'll be very quiet
um,
after he looked at you. Yeah.
Yeah, weirdest
That
thing.
was strange.
As I was just talking to him, I just kind of. My mind just kind of went a little blank and just.
Ah, so he's your type, is he?
Uh,
No, I mean, maybe. I don't
I
know.
don't
Either
your
you.
deal, Sophie.
I've never,
Effect thing.
Whatever floats your boat.
I've
Not here to judge.
I've never been with a non-plasmoid, so that's kind of that's a bridge I haven't like. How would that work?
What that's going to do much detail, I don't not
I
really want
don't
to
really
know.
want to think about
No,
it. If we're being
that is
honest.
details I do not
Fasila's
wish
rubbing her
to-
forehead over
Yeah.
this kind of conversation.
I mean, I guess that I can
Look,
form my body how I want, so it would.
Are we really going to talk about
please.
sex with a plasmoid right now? Are we really going to talk
I
about
don't
Stop
want
me!
to. I really don't want to. Please.
Sophie, please.
Okay, but
Let's
Right.
this all
not-
brings up a
Sorry.
very good point.
Look,
Sorry, no, but
Why was he just there on the road out of nowhere? Where where did he come from?
that is a good question.
Why was he
I'll-
just standing there? And how did he know about the people so quickly? That was like this. It was less than a day.
guys, he knows things that happen in places
How?
everywhere in this place. I don't know. He has spies. He can.
He has
I don't know.
spies.
That's all I know. He has spies everywhere. Everyone knows this.
Well, I didn't know this.
Obviously, Zophie
Well,
did
he has
not know this.
spies everywhere, and he can affect your mind. So just be careful. He has an
Right.
amulet. Mikhail does. He's like messing with, like ripping it this whole walk. He can affect your mind. He has spies. He's a very bad person. Do we want any more information about Strahd? Those are the basics.
Then,
Okay.
if that's true, he does know who we are. He does know what was going on in that
Lovely.
town, even though he said that he had no
Yes.
idea or was very curious about what is going on. He would know what is going on.
Logically, that seems fair.
I would assume so. I mean,
Then what
perhaps
was the
he did not have all the
purpose?
details.
Yeah, why suddenly did he decide to intervene then, if that was the case?
I believe one of the questions Sophie asked that went unanswered would have been helpful to us, but given the circumstances, I don't think we would have gotten the answer. And that question
Only one
was if we
of her
could do
questions would have
anything
been
for him.
helpful.
Well, he did answer. He said nothing we could do would be of use to him at the moment.
Right. Apparently.
I think
I think that was a lie.
would be
but
very careful about offering your services to him.
Oh, but, I mean, I guess.
I would. If you do that, I will not be with you. I'm leaving. That is that.
Oh,
Did you already
I
use
will
your
not.
invisibility for today?
I just clicked it off. So, yeah,
Okay.
my bad.
Just kidding about it.
I just go invisible, no rhyme or reason. I'm done with the conversation. Bye.
Just randomly, just we're having a conversation. He's not there anyway.
yeah.
I believe we do not know enough about this land itself to be just offering services to anybody we see.
Sorry. I just.
That would be wise.
Well, I
just,
suppose I better thank you guys for taking me on then.
I just
Yeah.
want out.
We took a chance with you.
Well, you offered services. That's
You
different,
offered
right?
us services, which is not the
So we-
same.
Well,
Exactly.
A little
You
different.
got lucky that it
Long
was
as I
us and
can
not fucking
Oh.
Strahd. Jesus. Fucking.
if I saw that man walk into a tavern, I think I'd shit myself. Ooh.
Now, there was something off about him that just, I mean, yes, he's powerful and in charge and whatever, but
Mikhail, you are typically very calm in demeanor, and you not being calm right now worries me.
Okay, good. It should. I'm not calm right now.
I love just inward panic.
To tell you, that man scares me more than anything in the world. I
Has he
can't believe
done
we walked
something
out
to
of
you?
there and I'm panicking.
Has he done
He's-
something to you?
He knows everything that happens in this place. That man is directly or indirectly responsible for everything bad that has ever happened to me.
Uh,
oh, is that a lot of things that has happened to you? That is bad.
Seems like
A fair number. I lived
What?
here most of my life. Maybe imagine for a moment what that was like. Sorry.
It's kind of hard for us to imagine since we've only been here for a couple days.
Okay, well,
Well, just
think
from
the-
observing the people who live here so far, it cannot have been very good. I mean, there's people live in squalor or they're desperate for good
place.
dreams.
So throughout
Children
this
are going missing.
has my owl seen anything behind us at all? It does
Nope.
have dark vision 120 feet.
Hasn't
Okay.
seen a thing.
Okay.
I'm also just keeping an eye on the tree line. Do you want me to roll a perception check? I've been keeping an eye on the tree line the whole time. I don't trust those fucking trees, man.
Yeah, roll a
Those
perception.
damn trees.
Cool.
You'll get a chance. You'll roll one more
Yeah.
here before you.
They're hiding
Yeah.
something.
You also
We get
see
anywhere.
a raven.
Okay.
Through the trees. But as you make your way down the right side toward the river, the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches gives way to black clouds boiling far above the head. You come across a clearing next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. You see 5 colorful tents pitched outside of a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake. It is lit from within. Near this tent, you see 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. The sound of instruments and singing from the brightly colored figures around a campfire. So let me. That's not the right one. That's our tavern.
Oh,
Ah. This is tiny though.
what is this? Discount Halloween Town?
Love it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I like it.
I was like, it kind of fits. It's got some like.
I love it.
It's good vibes.
Yep, good vibes.
But so you begin to hear music and singing from these figures as you come up toward the encampment.
A map.
A new map.
There we are.
The amount of maps I have open on my screen right now is ridiculous.
Is this like nighttime now?
Yes.
Place us on the map.
Yes, I'm getting to that point.
I don't know if it's meant to be this tiny or there we go. Now I can see a bit.
Oh, there I am.
Yes, it is
Oh,
dark.
dark vision's crazy outside. Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well, this is a rather small encampment. It's not very large.
I can see all of the trees
can't
nearby.
see that, like-
Okay.
Oh, God, I cannot see much at all.
Did you guys know a square equals 5 feet?
Indeed. Indeed, I did. I can see that in the darkness.
Yeah, I can see that in the darkness too.
Oh.
Strange shrubbery, that is, you know?
A strange 5-foot shrubbery, yes.
Yeah, it's not the greatest on these little maps, but
It's fine.
but yes. Can everybody see here? Yes.
I can see
Okay.
myself and
I wanted to make sure that the
companions.
fire was working, so I had to click on somebody who can't see in the dark. Because all I see
Yes,
is
we get it.
giant
Yeah, but I can't see.
Because
white.
it's color
Worry
versus
about
not
it.
color, so yeah.
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 Once we get to the camp, the owl will come back and perch on my shoulder again.
So as you come up to here, you see these 8 horses are drinking from the river. You can see like the harnesses and things for them on the wagons. You can imagine that they're used for pulling the wagons. And you see 12 of Astani, male and female, old, young, sitting around the campfire, telling stories, drinking wine, and then you see 3 others kind of sitting on top of the wagons, just kind of leaned back, as if kind of catching a nap or sleeping.
Do any of these
Um,
people look familiar?
Yeah.
No, none of them.
Ah, good. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Um,
Whew, thought I was gonna have to kill a bitch.
Both plasmoids thinking the same exact thing again. Let me just say
That's always
that.
funny, okay?
How dare you bring us here?
Oh, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Room hot, need air.
Sophie's standing up. Anyways,
to
so yeah, so you
Do I
guys
recognize anyone?
come upon
So-
this camp. By the time you reach this camp, it is probably about 7 o'clock at night. So it is dark.
so just dark.
Good enough.
And especially with the mist and fog, it's it by 7 o'clock it is already dark.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget
Um,
there's a lot of mist.
Yeah, the whole like mist and fog cover everything. Visibility is not great. You have
Well,
visibility of
I-
like a mile or two in any any
I'll
given
whisper.
direction at a time. It's not great.
Whisper to Mikhail. Should we like call out and let them know that we are walking into their campsite, or how does that work?
Yeah, we should walk up. We should say hello.
Ah, I got this. Hello.
Zero chases up
She's got it.
after Sophie.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
You
It's
see
fine.
one
Okay.
of the Vistani women, who's sitting around a thing with like a thing of wine, goes, "Hello, friends," and just goes back to drinking.
Thank God.
That's casual enough.
You see? It's fine.
So what would you guys like to do here? This is open for what you guys would choose to do. You guys can join them around the campfire. You can ask them about whatever you'd like
Anyone
What would you like to
hosting any food stands or anything?
to. Not hosting food stands, but they have like a communal pot above the fire, with food in it. It smells good for what it's worth. And so Peregrine, roll me perception with advantage.
Okay.
Just you. So this is-
Ability. Nope. Skills. That's the one I need. All right. Perception with advantage. Yeah, keep going. Thank you.
There you go.
you smell some carrots in that pot.
Hey lads, I hope you don't mind. I going you for a meal.
I couldn't resist.
I'm a small man. I don't need that much. Do you mind?
No, go ahead. Take that bowl.
What?
They're very obviously drunk.
Okay.
Like
God bless you. Oh,
the kids are like running around playing some sort of game, probably a form of tag. But most of the adults are very obviously drunk. At least the ones that are sitting around the fire and sing, like they're singing, and it's like that, like they're drunk and they think they're singing fantastically, and it is not in
But it's
key.
like drunk
It is
singing
not on.
fantastic.
It is so bad.
Singing.
But they are just belting and having a great time.
I will walk over to somebody who does not appear to be super drunk, but just a little drunk, you know.
Okay,
is
yeah, you
anybody-
probably find one of them. That's
Is
not
anybody in
that
charge in this encampment, or do you all just do your own thing?
Yes, that would be Madam Eva. She would
Perfect.
be the one in charge.
We would like to talk to her at some point. It does not have to be tonight, but point within the next day or so.
That, yes, can do. Come, drink, have food. It's
Okay.
over there.
Mm.
And he'll just kind of like cheers to you with a cup. as you go and walk away to go get stuff.
Perfect.
He's the less drunk of the group. But yeah, you guys are free to get some drinks and food. You guys can sit around the campfire if you'd like. You can interact, talk with more of them. What would you, or interact amongst yourselves, whatever you would like to do. Or if you sit there for a while, you can also sit there and listen to the Vistani tell stories. Some of the slightly drunker guys are going to tell stories that it's one of those things where they start telling one story and then halfway through forget the story they're telling and start telling another story, but halfway through that story, so they don't make any sense together, but they think they're telling a great story.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can listen to them drunkenly tell stories too if you choose to. It's up to what you guys would like to do.
Zila's just keeping an eye on the tree line.
Okay.
Urchin's finding a bottle.
Well, they don't have bottles. They have like barrels of wine, and they have like wooden stein type cups. They don't have bottles of wine.
Wine cups.
Yeah, no.
There's no glass in Barovia. I'm just kidding. There's still a glass in Barovia. So.
Absolutely not. But they travel around in wagons. You think they're going to carry glass bottles or glass things around? No, they're going to carry things that aren't going to break.
They usually do.
Mecca will have some drinks and break out his lute, which he has not yet had a chance to. Everything's been so dreary.
All right.
He's not good at it. It sounds like he's been teaching it to him.
Roll me a performance
Even if
check.
I roll well,
Hold on.
he's not good at it.
Is he juggling?
There you go.
10.
Hold on. Is he juggling?
No, he's playing a lute.
No, he has a lute.
He's playing the lute.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
It's like,
13.
alright, it's a 13. Even then, not good.
It's not great, but it passes. They're all drunk. They're not. They think it's great because they're
On
drunk.
it.
That's
They think
No,
they think you're playing fantastic
There we go.
because they don't really. They're not singing it on key or
thank you.
playing on key for that matter. So they just fit right in.
Perfect.
But is anybody gonna? Does anybody want to do anything else? Does anybody want to talk with each other? Talk with more of Vistani? Listen to their tales?
I am just listening and eating my whatever's in the bowl.
When she's not looking at the tree line, she's writing. Zila's writing in her red journal.
Okay.
Are you like away from the group more or less? Or are you like just chilling by the campfire?
I guess she would be kind of leaning up against like the wagon right here.
Yeah, you can totally do that, like leaning up against the wheel.
Yeah, leaning up against the wheel, like sitting down on the ground, just writing.
Yeah, you could totally be doing that. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do?
No one else.
gonna hang out with.
Okay. And if there's nothing, you don't have to be doing something. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm good.
I have
Okay.
one thing.
Yes.
I want to try and find the drunkest person there.
Okay.
Now I want to try and pickpocket him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Is that sleight of hand?
That would be a sleight of hand.
Okay, I'm guidancing this.
Okay.
And a d4. God damn it. That rolled off the table. 1. Okay.
Okay. Okay. question for you. How much have you been drinking before you did this?
Whatever bowl that soup I got, I imagine it'd be a smaller bowl. I'd probably just use that. So like
So you've had like a cup.
a couple, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to. There's going to be. Hold on.
Yeah.
As you go to do that,
Never.
No.
Even when they're
one of
drunk.
the Vistani, who you thought was sleeping on the wagons, hops down and comes up and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Now, friend, I do not think that you were going to come in here and attempt to take our things now, were you?" And you can turn around and you will see a Vistani male with a sword on his hip, and he has a firm grip on your shoulder, having rolled a 20 to see through your roll. To bear in mind, Joey, everyone else rolled a 14 or lower. One rolled a 20. And it was one of the three that were sitting on top of carriages.
These days. I'll look over and well, you're Vistani, aren't you? I seem to have this weird occurrence of waking up sleeping Vistani. Simply while I am trying to do good and assist this man's coin purse, it seems to have been slipping a little bit. I'll roll deception, but I know what the outcome is. If Fantasy Grounds doesn't crash again. Okay. Sean, do you want to do me a favor? Roll a d20 and add 0. That is my deception. I am going to restart.
Incredible.
Well,
You rolled an 8.
What I get? Yeah.
Good job.
Let me see. In fairness, I'll give you a chance. Let me see if he sees
they
through
could
it.
roll a 1. Who knows?
It's
Yeah.
always possible.
He could. He also rolled an 8 with a bonus of 0, but beats it.
Are you telling me? I thought about it. I was like, I could guide into this deception, but like, there's no point. If I had, I would.
If you would have just rolled it, any number on that die would have beat it. But he beats it.
Yep. You know what? Honestly. Yep.
At this point, Zila's done writing in her red journal and puts it away. And now is looking up and noticing what the heck's going on and is very confused.
That rabbit is. Are we sure we really wanted to bring him in our party? I mean, everywhere we go.
What was it?
Just...
What was it exactly that you said to him about the Vistani? I can't remember exactly what you said.
Yeah, well, I have a bit of a knack for waking up sleeping Vistani when all I'm trying to do is tighten this man's coin purse. It was falling loose. I'm trying to be a good Samaritan, but
Zila just leans over to Zophie and goes, "Did he seriously try to steal from people again while everyone awake?"
Hold on, I'm checking my coin purse. Is all my stuff still there? Has he stolen from me?
All your stuff is still there.
Okay.
I don't have any coins to steal, so you know.
Not me.
Zila knows. You do this rather obviously, right?
Yes. I'm not.
Okay,
hiding
Zila
the
checks
fact.
her bag like really
just
quickly. Make sure everything is in there. Everything.
Yeah, you guys check through your stuff, and all your guys' stuff is there.
I mean,
Okay, great.
and then what is this excuse? Tightening your belt, my ass. If they attack him, I am not helping.
Um,
We met this bunny the other day,
So-
and ever since then, he has just been
Joey, can
not a
you-
good.
can you roll me a charisma saving throw,
Perhaps.
please?
DM's giving you a last chance, buddy.
Yeah. So can I guidance it?
No, that's
No,
a
not a
save.
save.
This is you
Alright,
can't guidance
Charisma
saves.
saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Shit.
Does he like the cut of your jib?
Oh, my
my
god. Are you
God.
fucking kidding?
You save. Nothing happens.
Get cursed. Incredible.
Perhaps,
Oh my god.
perhaps we'll find out.
Do
if
I
he
see that
learns.
happen?
Mikhail, you would see that happen.
I'm like right there, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're nearby him. You would see. You roll me a perception check.
I assume this
With
is sight.
with advantage.
Oh, I
this
do
is-
get my
this is-
advantage.
I mean,
it's a
it's to
different
see,
kind,
but you know
it's still
what you're looking
advantage.
for.
Yeah.
Yep. You are easily enough able to see that he mutters something under his breath
Yeah. Okay.
as
I get up.
as Hellergen is
because
talking.
Also pretty drunk at this at this point. Like,
Of course, why wouldn't he be at this
he'll
point?
come, he puts his arm over. He's been drinking. He had a stressful
course.
day. He puts his arm over Harry and is like, "Listen, friend, the rabbit, he is foolish. Let's not do anything too hasty. All right, he's fine. I'll keep an eye out. If he won't do anything else. Okay."
Zophie,
Doing
Not
anything wrong in the
necessary.
first
The whole,
place.
everything.
I could create another ethereal raven
sure,
and see if I get him
And then
to
he'll
maybe
let go
run
of
away
Harrigan
from
and
this
go
situation.
walk up and
No,
sit
no,
back up
no,
on the
no. He
wagon.
might go off in the forest and get himself killed by wolves.
All right.
We wouldn't want that.
Hmm.
Come here, rabbit man. Sit down.
Alright,
Don't
alright.
steal from these people, huh?
All right.
He wouldn't
I'm
have.
back over
He
there.
wouldn't have done anything had he not seen through your. Oh yeah, this is the second time I've woken up from a stony trying to help them, and he's like, "Hey, I saw your pickpocket. Now you're telling me you've done this twice now, and been caught both
Incredible.
times." He's like, "Obviously, you're not learning a lesson."
I see you're a shitty person.
Yeah.
Ah, fascinating.
Not. I mean, everyone's got flaws, okay?
If you're
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
bad at picking pockets, maybe you should
Listen.
not do it.
But, all right,
love-
listen here, you wee one. I am not bad at.
I am
picking
taller than you
pockets.
are.
You're bad
That is
at picking
beside the point.
pockets.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I mean you are pretty bad at. Why did we let him join our party again?
He has good
Oh,
berries.
he is fine. Huh? Look at him. He's a
He's-
little rabbit.
I mean,
I'm
You're not
starting to question why this thief was allowed to join our party. You really need to approve your worth.
He had the
Yeah,
good
like,
berries. Did he want invisible? They unlocked those for us.
Sure.
Yeah,
Good
we unlocked the
berries.
doors.
Good berries. Good berries are all dead. They're fine and tasty and might have healing properties. But like, I mean, I'm worried I'm gonna wake up with something missing.
yes. Listen, if
Harrigan,
if I have a way of, yes,
may I give you a word of advice?
well, certainly.
Stop.
I'm feeling a like a what's the word? Subtle intimidation.
It's a subtle intimidation, but also a trust me, you don't want to keep doing this kind of way.
You're starting to
Listen,
fuck around. If you keep fucking around, you're gonna find out.
You know, honestly, I don't want to hear that coming from the man who just called Strahd a demon.
Man?
Man,
Woman. Sorry, disconnect there.
All right. Well, anyways, everybody is getting.
Just for a point of clarification, Joyce is only a little drunk. She had like a couple glasses or a couple of cups a day. This stuff, just a little bit.
Nope, that's totally fine.
Just a
Take
little
the edge
drunk.
off.
Just a
Just a
little bit.
little bit. Don't want to overdo, but you know, a little.
Around about what time is it now that shenanigans are out of the way?
It is probably nearing like 10:30ish, somewhere in there. It's getting later in the night. Not late, but you know, later. It's getting like you see the kids are starting to get tired. They've been running around playing and whatnot, so the kids are starting to get tired. They're gonna, you know, parents will start to haphazardly usher them toward tents. May or may not be their tent, but they're drunk. They don't know. But they're kind of ushering kids into tents. And one of the older Vistani will come and sit down by the campfire with you guys.
Not the same one.
No, this is one of the older gentlemen who was kind of off to the side. He came in. No, this is not the same older guy that talked to you guys in the previous camp. It's just the same token because I have 4 selections of Vistani tokens.
There's
So,
one
I-
old
Vistani.
There's
Cable
one old Vistani token. That's it.
Bearded Vistani.
Yeah, I have female Vistani, guy with long hair and beard Vistani, guy with bandana and beard Vistani, and child Vistani.
Mm.
Bye, Vistanis.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna move them up over here. They've went away. I just
Alright.
don't
They
want to
sleep
delete
by
them
the
off.
river.
Good.
Everyone
They're-
They're in their
River.
tents. I just don't want to delete
They
them
are
off the
in
map
their
because then I
tents.
won't find them again.
So this old Vistani, was this old Vistani around all of us this
he
entire
was,
time?
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
he's been around. But as other people go to bed, he comes to kind of like sit down a little bit closer to, like, you know, everyone else is kind of going away, but he sees that you guys are kind of still up and whatnot. So he's gonna come and join you guys. And
How drunk is the old man?
he's actually not super drunk. He's relatively coherent. I mean, he's had a, you know, maybe a couple classes, but he's not anywhere near what the rest of them were. And hold on, I can't see without my glasses. There we go.
Okay, Velma.
Kind of.
I will move over closer
I
to
can
the old
see
man to
without it,
help
but
him hit me.
I can't read my notes over here without them.
Okay.
And I had like a fingerprint right in the middle of them because when I went to go
Oh, it's
facepalm earlier, I
unfortunate.
put a fingerprint right and smack dab in the middle of my
Yep.
glasses, and I was like, crap. This is why I should try contacts at some point.
No, I don't encourage people
No,
poking their
I've
eyes out for
tried-
vision.
I've tried
Smile.
them. I've tried them. It did not work so
All
well
about
last
those
time I tried them.
contacts.
But so he will kind of come over. If you guys can talk with him, chat with him. If you guys want, he'll sit there and he'll tell you a tale. But he's kind of yours to interact with and do what you want to, or just simply we can RP through that you have this conversation and, you know, resume on. It's up to you guys.
Well, sir, what is your name?
My name is Lasho Ward.
Have you been here long in this area of the world?
I have been here for 60 years. It's hard to keep track. You lose track of them sometimes. But 60
okay.
or so years.
Well, how has your experience in the world been? We have met others who have had a less than positive experience.
I have had no problems in this place. Although I can come and go as I please if I want to. But I
So
have
do you ever go and come back?
I used to. I am too old to do so now. Too much traveling. Wagon is not fun on old bones.
But yet
Now
you
I
came back
just-
here to settle, not somewhere else.
Of course, why would I leave my homeland?
Hmm.
I am from here. I see no reason to leave it.
You don't mean this specific camp, do you?
Sorry, say that again.
You don't mean that specific camp, do you?
This camp? No, not not this spot in particular, but I have been in this land as a whole for all of my life. And I see no reason to stop that now.
Well, perhaps you could tell us more about the land then, if you have been here for so long.
I certainly can. I can tell you all sorts of stories about this place. Let me bring up my thing of what he knows. I will start with a story. How does that sound?
It is good with me.
Sounds
Please
good.
do.
You can ask for other things, and I may or may not be able to tell you them, but I will tell you what I know. A story. A mighty wizard came to this land about a year ago. He stood about where you guys are sitting right now. He was very charismatic. He thought that he could get all the people of Barovia to turn against the Count. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and headed to the castle en masse.
Pause.
Can you turn
you
the
speak
music
up?
down a bit?
Yeah.
The music
Sorry.
got louder for some
Speak
reason.
up
I
or
don't
the
know
music,
what
like,
happened.
I
yeah.
haven't I didn't
Yeah.
touch the music at all.
I know, but it got
It got
louder.
really loud. And
I'm just
I
like
could not hear a
Weird.
word.
struggling to hear you, but I don't want to
Yeah.
interrupt.
Yeah,
No, that's
same.
fine. That's fine. I don't
That's
know
why
why
I
it got
asked to
louder. That's
pause.
weird.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, that's fine. I literally have the music
I
at
don't
like
know what happened there.
I don't know. It's
I
not,
could
it's not
hear.
like
I heard very
I'm
done with
charismatic.
20%. Okay.
I could
Sorry.
hear very charismatic, and all the words after that, it's just like, nope.
Okay. Sorry. I will start over again.
Okay.
That's so weird. I don't know why I did that. I'm literally
Now
sitting
there's
at like
no music.
yeah. I
Okay.
paused it so that
Okay.
it doesn't
For
because since I
for
don't know
dramatic
why it
effect.
did that, I don't want
Okay.
to turn it back on and have it blare again.
Fair. Fair.
So, a mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. He sat around this campfire just like you all are. He was very charismatic. I remember that. And he thought that he could rally all of the people of Barovia against the Count. And stirred them up with thoughts of revolt. And they went to the castle en masse. Now, when the Count made his appearance, the peasants all ran. And a few stood their ground and have never been seen again. The wizards cast spells at each other. They battled from the courtyards of Ravenloft, the precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside and great rocks tumbled upon the wizard. Yet, by magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood. But when the Count fell upon him, the wizard's magic could no longer save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I went down to the river, searched for him, if he had anything of value, but he had already disappeared. The people that he took with him, those that did not run away, have never been seen again.
Well,
Now,
just
what
out
other
of
questions
curiosity,
did you have now? Like he just
Did,
like
uh,
suddenly like gets out like shakes his. I was like, what? No, what? Like he got lost in his story and it like kind of ended it and then went, what? No, like it just didn't. Back to himself now.
Did this wizard have a monkey as a familiar?
No monkey. No, I've not seen a
Hmm.
monkey. I don't know
We've
if
heard
monkeys
tales.
live here. I've never seen a monkey.
I,
I've lived here for 60 years.
I do not believe they live here.
Note that monkeys are not native to Barovia. Okay.
This story does sound vaguely familiar, as the priest at Barovia mentioned something very similar. Do you all remember that?
About the wizard, yes.
And about all the peasants or all the people that went
Yes.
and attacked?
Well, I thought that he also meant like adventurers who had tried to also resist.
Yes, but the curious thing that still bothers me from that whole entire exchange and from what he has just told us is about the priest's son.
Aye, that does raise some questions. By chance, Vistani, at the stroke of
Hmm.
midnight, do ghosties and other such apparitions rise from the grave to attack the Castle Ravenloft?
Eyes from the grave? No, but they come walking out of the town every night at midnight. It's very annoying. They're very bright.
Do you know why that happens?
Not a clue.
Right. Of course.
All right.
Why tell us this story?
What story?
You just told us a story about a wizard.
Oh, you know, I had a story. A mighty wizard. And he begins to tell his story again.
Oh,
I
let the old man be, huh?
see.
We'll wait for him to finish and I will ask again right afterwards. Why tell us the story?
I swear to God.
Hmm. There's a part of me that goes, do I make him do it again? No.
We're playing a video game. We're asking the same NPC the same question and getting
If
the same
he
results.
doesn't respond, I will let it go. But I'm asking again. So,
You I wanted to tell a story. I thought it would be an interesting story.
there was no reason why you were warning us against trying to do anything specifically, or there's no ulterior motive. Huh. Okay.
No, just thought you might want to know a story.
It was a pretty good story.
I mean,
I'll
it
give
was
you
a
that.
great story.
Yeah.
I find that
Why does
stories
anyone
about
tell any story?
oneself, that oneself experienced, always make for better stories.
So you experienced this wizard.
Did I not just say
He
that
said
I
we saw them.
saw the wizard
Twice.
and he was
Yes.
charismatic?
Right.
He saw the battle. He saw the lightning and those rocks.
And then
So
the 1,000 feet flung and he
It's
died.
a very
yeah.
good story. I like
It was a
it.
great story. Excellent storytelling.
Very well told.
He like pulls out his pipe. He's got a pipe. He has a pipe in his mouth. He's gonna pull it out and kind of grab some more tobacco and put it in his pipe and relight it.
Theoretically, what would cause someone to come back from that whole exchange?
Magic.
Nobody came back from that exchange.
I know, but I'm just asking, hypothetically speaking.
I don't know. Magic, maybe? I don't know.
If we
Beyond me.
encountered somebody who was supposed to have been dead or missing, and suddenly they turn up, but not the same as they were before, and they had gone to the castle, what would you think might have happened?
I do not know, but I would run.
I mean, my thoughts exactly.
That's good
That
advice.
is
I don't
concerning,
know.
but good advice.
Why a dead body comes back at any number of mean, they could be undead. They could be. Yeah, that's about the only thing they could be is undead. Or I guess they could be like alive again. I don't know how that works. He just kind of shrugs.
Undead.
I do not think he was alive.
I'd just be dead in that case. If they're undead.
They'd be
Aye.
really dead.
Just actually dead.
But you had questions for me. Ask a question. I will answer questions.
About this land, are there other camps? Are other Vistani here? Do you travel? Do you walk on the roads? Do you just hang out here all day?
There is another encampment. It's outside of Valaki. That camp is a sister camp of other Vistani. They come and go. They pass through here all the time.
Recently?
Let me roll for him and see if he actually remembers this, or if he was happened to be drunk or just not with it that night.
Sleeping. He's an old man, takes naps.
Or
You know.
too senile.
Yes. About 3-4 days ago now. No, yeah, about 4 days ago now. Somewhere in there.
Interesting.
A group of them came by,
I'm fine.
but not as many wagons as left. I don't know how that worked. All of them came back, but they were missing a wagon. I asked them about it, and they didn't say anything. So, I don't know.
He'll turn over to Zophie. Zophie, this is the person you should ask about why we came here. This would be a good opportunity to do so.
I mean, I think asking a bad idea. How do we get out of these lands?
You cannot. Once you are in these lands, you
Right,
don't
damn it.
leave.
Okay. How do we get allowed? Is it only through Strahd?
Unless you are Vistani. That's all I can
Right.
tell you.
Great. Doesn't help.
Boy, have you ever heard of someone who wakes up in the mist, not knowing a thing? Just one day, suddenly is in all of this fog for eternity. Maybe not eternity, I don't quite know that. I'm pretty sure I can expire, but. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
I mean, to be stuck in here, sure. But when people die here in Barovia, they do not go to an afterlife. They are stuck here. So, yeah, if you come in, you don't leave. That's common. Everybody does that.
Oh. So it is for eternity.
Oh yeah. You saw Hilbert. There's no leaving.
Who is Hulbert?
Oh, dead man.
One of our previous companions who unfortunately lost his life here already. We have been here for what,
That is
3
unfortunate.
days now? About 2,
Make
3
it
days?
3 days and only lose one. That is impressive.
Not
That does
bad.
not bode well for our chances, but okay.
Yeah.
Aye, and I've told you I've lived out in the woods for a good 2 months now. I've got my
I
uses.
found that pretty damn impressive, to be honest. The woods are very dangerous. I should know.
And you look
There are
like
lots of
food.
days. I look like, well, I can't blame you for thinking that, but that's still very insulting,
It is just a fact, but I can see where you said
I
that.
am an old
yeah.
man. I do not care.
I guess that is Respectable. I know I look like a rabbit.
So if we cannot
you
leave, but we
are.
were not really brought here willingly, why do you think that might be happening? Like, why did they bring us here?
Hold on, I'm looking to see.
Searching the lore.
I am, because I don't know if there's a
Lore search.
Lord up, Lord up.
yeah, I'm looking to see if
Lord
there's a
up.
specific thing.
This is not the
said in
man for
here.
lore dumping, but it's okay.
Hey, you know.
He's just some
He
old
has.
dude.
He's an
He's
old dude
old.
who's
He's
lived
an
here
old
for
dude.
60 years.
60 years of experience, man.
He knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
They bring people here from time to time, and they bring them at the Count's behest. I do not know why. I was never one to do so.
So theoretically, the Count asked some random Vistani to bring people from the outer realm to come back into this world, and that's how we got here. That's what you are saying.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Well, so maybe we should not ask the Count who brought us here then, if we can leave out of nowhere in the street.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea then. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good thing no one did that.
Oh yeah,
Good thing indeed.
wouldn't have thought of that in the first place.
He is just drunk enough that he's gonna believe you. He's not gonna roll for that. He's just drunk enough that he's like, I don't see any reason why these people would lie. I'm drunk. I'm an old
why
man.
would anyone talk to?
Why would
No,
anyone?
that'd be dumb.
Also, why would
Why would
anybody
you
talk
do
to
this?
Strahd willingly?
That'd be stupid.
So the Count has never talked to either of the Vistani. He leaves you be,
He
more or
comes
less.
he comes and talks to us. We are friendly with the Count. He talks to us.
You have no ill will
Him?
with Count Strahd. Nothing.
No,
No problems.
No, our people saved him, and ever since then we have a rather good relationship with the Count.
No, I think that's been talked about previously. Just out of
that was
character.
brought
I
up.
think someone's mentioned that to us already.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So the well, whether your characters put two and two together is a different story, because that was told to you by the. I have a thing with old men telling tales because that's just what happens. By the old man telling you the story at the beginning that lulled you guys into sleeping, which then you got brought in here. He talked about a man being saved by his people, and that's what allows them to travel.
Okay, I think it's valid to ask
Whether
them
you're-
how he was
yeah.
saved. So yeah.
He was. Oh gosh, now I gotta go bring that piece of lore up again.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Lord,
It's all
Lord,
good.
Lord.
It's for my own sake that I need to remember what this lore is.
The Lord.
The lore.
Lore.
Oh, there's so many pages. Excuse me. Yep, I've go past it.
As a side note to everyone, is it okay if we make this session a little bit of a shorter session? It is the last night my girlfriend is here, and still want to enjoy some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you thinking like wrap up after this,
Or like a half hour.
Like a half hour.
Okay.
so
Okay.
it'll be midnight my time, 11 there.
Yeah. Roughly,
Okay.
give or
Okay.
take. Yep. Okay.
Apologies and thank you.
That's all good. So he would. Okay, so you asked him how he saved them.
Yes. How did the Vistani save Strahd?
Back when he was conquering these lands, he came into our camp and was wounded, and we nursed him back to health and protected him all the time while he was injured. And ever since then, he He has allowed us to do as we please, and comes and we'll talk to Madame Eva, or allows us to come and go and do. And so if he asks us to do something, we go do it for him. It's a mutual relationship.
I see.
Demon.
Hmm.
I was concerned my internet dropped out for a second there.
I think it.
It seems to
Yeah.
be holding steady. Maybe. For now.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah,
that is all the questions I have for you, old man.
Does anyone else have any questions? Don't have to be shy.
Well, let's not make this a one-way arrangement. Do you have any questions for us?
You can ask us anything. That is fine. Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Actually, what? Let's see. I know that you are Vistani. What
There it
about
is.
you? Uh, you look like a rabbit.
Well, I'm not really from this realm. I believe I'm from the
Most
Feywilds.
aren't.
Yes. That is all I really know.
Let me see if he knows about the Feywilds. Let's see if this random old man
Maybe this random old man's been to the Feywilds.
Vistani
Cool.
knows about.
It could have been.
You never know.
Go lots of places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well-traveled peoples.
Let's see.
Yes.
Intelligence. I have heard of the Feywild. It is a place of weird creatures and magics.
Aye, well,
When you are from there, that would explain why you're a rabbit.
yes, I suppose. However, none of that explains why I'm here.
That is also true, Mr. Rabbit Man.
Hedigen, if you don't mind.
That is
Yeah,
ironic
he did
in
not
more
come
ways
on
than
the
one.
cart with us initially. He was a find after the fact.
Ah, I see. That makes more sense now. So, how did you end up here then? Oh, that's even more confusing.
You see, when I was asking about hearing of a case of someone just waking up from the mist, I wasn't asking for a friend. It was for me, as that is all that had happened. I had woken from the mist, all of my gear on me, and not even a name to remember. So I know nothing. I know nothing of my past.
Fascinating.
I
And what about
hopefully
you?
someday.
And he'll point to Drosta.
What do you want to know?
You look like a cat.
Yes, I am from a tribe. They are called the Nakote. They are a race of people who are also part cat, I suppose you could call it. I am from a land not from here, and
Most
it
aren't.
is yes. So the land is Celestia, but it is I'm from a small tribe. It's a bunch of we're like nomads. So we stay in the area, but people come and go, kind of like you do.
Interesting. I like that. And what about you two? I don't even know what you are.
Yes, I suppose we are the elephant room to say. We
Don't seem
Or
to
the
know
slime
that.
people.
plasmoids. Part of our original race created a manufactured race of sorts, but we do occur naturally as well. It's far too long to get into the explanation, but the short and long of it is think of it as a monster race become sentient.
You lot monsters? No.
No, but that's
That
the
was my
easiest way to
question.
explain it.
Lots of people are monsters, huh?
I want Hergen to roll an insight check against Sela,
But
actually.
Mikael is not wrong. People have very monstrous personalities or monstrous elements to them, and that is not wrong. That is okay.
Some people are monsters.
All right. As you say monster, you notice that you notice a flinch.
Huh.
In Harrigan's mind, it's just going to be interesting.
I mean, my
To not push that.
barely. Okay, good to know.
I don't think I'm gonna get anything out of this.
I'm gonna
but
just
we'll
leave.
look.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm
You
not
can use the same
checking.
deception thing.
That's fine.
Nope. Okay, cool.
Yes, she rolled
yeah.
a 6.
A
Yes, I
rolled
six.
a
Okay,
six.
well, in that case, my
So-
shitty roll is less shitty than your shitty rolls. Okay, cool. So, okay.
There's a lot more people know of. Have you heard of a creature called a gelatinous cube?
Have I heard of this before?
Yes, can I roll for this?
Mm-hmm. This is like a history deal, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be great.
This will go totally fine. Ooh, actually went pretty fine.
shit.
Okay.
That went a lot more fine than it should have.
Yay.
Yes. So all of you, including the Vastani, are aware of what a gelatinous slime
Very odd.
is.
Oh, gelatinous cube. I misspoke.
Cube. Yeah, same difference.
Right.
It's not
So that is a rudimentary, non-sentient form of something that we descended from, kind of. But as I said, both of us are partially manufactured. Slime lines, but bloodline would be the closest thing to equate it to. It's
That sounds complicated.
a lot. It is very complicated, and
I am not nearly drunk enough to listen.
no, you are. Really? You're not?
No, remember this guy was fairly sober.
Oh, that's
He was
right,
almost
that's
that drunk.
He's just old.
right. Well,
He's just old and kind of senile.
trying to summarize it in a way that is simpler, but yeah, we are not by any means monsters. Obviously, we're people, just of a different odd race
Where are you
to
from?
you. Well, I from a place. Pull up that place in my brain.
Totally,
Loading
yeah.
my brain. Hold on one moment.
Loading my memories.
I am from the God, where is it? From the mountains near the dwarven city of Stormit. That's where I'm from. My parents are Zephyr and Anixia. But in our line, me and Zila are relate back to the slime line created by a man, Barther. Presumably dead. He was human, as far as I know. But I'm from Stormit. Perhaps you've heard of it?
Have I heard of it before?
History check.
Yeah, that'd be history.
There's no geography.
Yeah, I was gonna say
or-
there's no geography in this, so yeah, history. 14. I'd say you've heard of it in passing. Like, you've heard the name. You don't know anything about it, but you've heard the name.
Okay, I think that rings a bell of sorts. Yeah.
Okay. But yes, a long time ago, in the Crescent Mountains, is what it's called. There's a lower sector. When the city was created, it was long before I was around, about 100 or so years. I'm not quite sure. During a mining excavation, there was a crack that was opened up in the wall, and it revealed a massive underground cavern with natural living plasmoids. That's where one of parents, Zephyr, descends from. Well, both actually.
And
but,
the humans found this cavern of living plasmoids.
no, not humans, dwarves.
Dwarves found the cavern.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
just clarifying.
It's a mountainside. It's built into the mountain. Some of it's underneath. But I that's where one of my parents is from, down in there. Um, but yeah, so I grew up around plasmoids and dwarves. It's quite interesting, really. Um, um, yeah, so it's a long answer. My hometown was called the Zeno Grotto. Not that you asked.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Yeah,
I
thank
give
you.
my hotel a name. Or, Zila, do you?
Xeno if you're taking notes.
I got it right. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, everything is with X's.
Yep.
I kind of figured. Zila, is this not where you are also from, or are you from the same area?
No, Zelo's from. Well,
It's
I don't know exactly where, actually.
I I wasn't I don't know exactly where I'm from. I just know where I was before all this.
And where was that at?
The same continent that we departed from before going to Tolkeg. Zophie and I met up around a town, and that's how we met. That was a couple months ago.
Yes, we met up in insert name.
Yeah.
In the place. Don't worry about it.
But we of course had to catch a ferry from Famor to Algoth. Yeah, I think that's the names. Most of our travel from, well, oh shit, hold on. Did we? Fuck, no.
He left from Rajay.
Yeah, we were from Rajay. We met on whatever continent Rajay is on.
Yeah, and I never got the name of that, so
I traveled from Famor up to Algoth, and then we went there, and then okay, yeah. I'm mixing pre you.
I don't have names of any continents. I've never.
That's fine. I don't have the ability. I don't have that map.
I am from the mainland, so. Yeah.
But either way, we met up in insert continent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you look over, the Devastani man has fallen asleep.
Of course.
I kind of figured.
Yeah.
You know,
He
he's
got
bored.
old.
Man.
It's late, huh?
He was tired and drunk and a little bored. It is okay.
I don't know.
Zila, where exactly on the continent did you come from? And I know you said you traveled around a bit, but
don't exactly know. I just know I was on that continent my whole life. I can't tell you exactly.
Insight check.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what?
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
this. Hiya.
Wow.
Run in on this.
It's not persuasion, it's deception. If
Unless
it's
she's not
I
lying.
am not
Let's
trying to
here.
lie here.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm using persuasion because I refuse to use
Okay.
deception in this case.
Okay.
She, from what you guys can tell, and especially Mikhail, she is telling the truth. She doesn't exactly know where she's from or exactly where she's lived. All she knows is that she has been on that particular continent her whole life,
Right.
as far as she
Okay.
knows.
Okay. I
You didn't happen to wake up from some misty hell.
no,
I-
we were captured and taken through the misty hell.
Oh
Well,
yeah, you don't even know how we got here. Oh my gosh.
I believe,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe he was mentioning
story,
before
huh?
all that.
Oh,
I
boy.
think he meant on the continent, as if
I
my
think he was
situation
referring
is
to your
reverse.
yes.
Yes, yeah, earliest memories.
Oh,
No, I just don't. She gets very nervous at this point.
Well, you have at least one commonality with one of your party members here. I have
I
said
wouldn't
many
exactly call it amnesia, but I suppose we both have pasts that we need to figure things out with.
I wonder if there is some magic that would maybe help with the issue here. Or maybe you could ask Ava tomorrow morning, but either way. If she's a seer, maybe she can see things in your past too.
That's what
Right.
I'm hoping.
well. Either way, I think it's time for some shut-eye. This drunk tire me.
We will save our adventure for how we arrived here for another day for you.
Well,
all right.
at least
Love.
tomorrow we'll finally get to see what this seer does. How good they are.
They say she is the best.
That's what I've heard.
We'll find out tomorrow morning. Or I
We'll
guess
find-
whenever she gets out of bed.
But
If she's older, whatever. Yeah, it's
I
fine.
suppose we'll find that out next time on
Yeah.
Game
Time on
Grumps.
I was just-
Oh,
I was just gonna let it
Getting-
get to tonight, and once everybody was done with stuff, I was gonna call it there, because otherwise,
Is
yeah.
there a tent we are staying in together?
I don't know. Are we?
Or
Everybody
not.
went to their own tents and just left you by the
Yeah.
fire.
I
so
mean,
I think we're
Is
just
there a
I-
tent for guests to use in the camp?
you
I
saw
know for-
you saw people go into every single tent.
I
So
know
you
for-
imagine probably not.
I know for a fact that Zila has stuff.
I'm just saying, okay, so I'm guessing everyone's just falling asleep where they are.
I suppose we're going by the fire because we
I
don't
mean,
have
like you have
tents, so-
like you guys have like bedrolls and things. 'Cause that,
Oh yeah, I got
you
a
got all
bedroll
your
with no
stuff.
tent.
No,
Okay,
no tent. Nobody's got a tent.
Zila is staying just a little bit awake after everyone, not because she has anything, like, just because she's having a hard time falling asleep.
Keeping watch in this environment, even if it is relatively safe.
I will
Partially,
be.
yes.
I will
She's
be.
keeping watch and she has things on her mind.
All right, Zila gets the first watch. Wake me up when you're ready to sleep.
Yep, and we'll start
Okay.
next week off with those
Yeah.
keeping watch and
Sounds
things like
good.
that.
Yep,
Okay.
that sounds good.
So that way we're
yeah.
not ending up in a bunch of role play or possible things
Or a battle.
happening.
So you know.
Yeah,
So
So we're
Yep.
done.
I
Yep.
think
That
so.
sounds like
We'll
a
go
good wrapping
ahead
up point for
and-
now.
Yeah.
Plan.
Good.
You guys
Um,
got my anxiety up.
all right, I'm into here, chat. Have fun. We will see you possibly, hopefully tomorrow. I'm hopefully be back to some games tomorrow. So I will see you all later.